I also would like to say that your forthcoming video analysis is brought to you by Quick Cut Video and Analytics. It's your place to store, share, and analyze film. And with that, we are ready to take a look at the old galloping ghosts out there. You're talking about 83. When was the galloping ghost? He worked selling ice blocks in the off season, and then old Red Grange was over there scoring 6 touchdowns against Michigan back in the day, right?
Yeah, Denny, I got one more thing on my notes. Our quarterback for next year is not on our roster. I said that last year. Everybody thought I was crazy, and I thought someone was going to prove me wrong. But anyway, that's that. Yeah, Denny, me and my brother played against each other. It was for the Big Ten. It ended up being the game for the Big Ten championship back in '83. They had a real good football team. Mike White came in there and built it back up. It was a sold-out game, just like it is here. It was loud. It was one of the loudest games I ever played in. And yeah, not a good memory back then, and not a good memory Saturday. So, but winning fills seats. When
Jeff George, the quarterback?
No, what the hell was his name? Trudeau.
Oh, Jack Trudeau.
You know, the Brewster was the tight end. The guy, he was a longtime coach.
Yeah, Tim.
Yeah, but Denny, when Bielema got the job, there was a lot of empty seats, man. Bielema was a damn good coach, and I knew we would have trouble because it's right in his wheelhouse to defend our offense. I mean, he's a Wisconsin guy. He understands the power of offensive run game. So, I mean, I just knew going in. I said it last week. This guy, we ain't putting 50 on him like Purdue. It's a whole nother deal. So we started out in nickel against them, you know, and number 8 is in the game. He was out last. He was hurt. He's playing, but I don't think he was playing as. I think he might have been still be a little banged up. He just didn't look as good as he's been. But that's that. So they make this first down, but they were not pushing us around at all. Need the pass threat. Good play. Let's see. So this is when, this is the things you can do when you got a quarterback that can throw, and this is tough. This is the kind of stuff against Michigan State too. This is a draw, but you have to, they're so good at throwing the football, you end up honoring this. You're rushing because it looks like it's a pass, and then it's a draw, and then you got the tight end leading through like a isolation play, and it's a good play. And it's tough to defend. But it's tough to defend when you have a pass game. Those plays, you look at little things, Danny, why Michigan can't run some of that stuff as effectively because they don't honor your pass game as much. Here's a unique formation. They got 4 guys over here, 1 over here. It's 3rd and 3. What's the weakness? What's the thing you got to really worry about here? It's this big empty gap here. Normally they put their best receiver here, Danny. That's what teams will do. This is the run threat side over here. They'll throw it out here. You got bubble and screens and all that kind of stuff. And if you don't match up right, they'll throw it out here and get an extra blocker to pick up the easy 3 yards. But Michigan chose this adjustment, and but it's tough to defend. You got all that field there. And anyway, he gets a bad throw and a little high, and he drops the ball. But this is a good stop. And that's just want to point out some of the formations and some of the things. But we get them stopped here, which is, good. This team scores points, man. So they put 50 on Purdue. This is a well-executed play. I think Crippen's playing good football. Our center's playing pretty good. We block this. We execute it. I mean, that's Michigan football. That is a beautiful executed play. You know what we're doing a lot of, Danny?
What?
Is we're doing a lot of zero here. This is Sandstrom. I think it's Sandstrom. It's either him or another. We're doing a lot of it with receivers, a lot of it with Sandstrom.
Right.
So they're having him run around back here, pre-snap. You know what I mean? And you don't know where he's going to end up.
You mean Morgan?
Yeah, that's Morgan there. Yeah. So, you see how he's doing all this stuff? They're doing a lot of that pre-snap. Well, it helps you identify the coverage, but it gives you there's something you can learn from it. So I kind of like it. It widens out the defense. This guy's out of position. He's going with Morgan, but that's a well-executed play. Percy started the game. Gentry started the game. Does anybody know what's going on with Hinton?
Hinton today, he said his trajectory is good for this Saturday, but he also has mentioned about a good trajectory in previous weeks. So he seemed a little more confident in Hinton playing than Will Johnson playing, for whatever that's worth, for folks that are trying to figure that out. So I'd put him as probable, and I would put Will Johnson today, from what I heard from the coach, as questionable for the game Saturday.
These are just little things that just, you got to know where I go to their practices. They've got the yard markers. They understand what the down and distance is. I mean, what's the point of this? Why are you going to run this route short? It's just frustrating. If you're going to, push off the line, get separate, get to the sticks. That's frustrating.
Yeah.
Anyway, Grant played a lot. You got Pierce playing a lot. They're rotating guys, Denny. They're getting ready. Here's our base package against 2 tight ends with Illinois. So they're part of this is depth, but part of it is they're getting ready for next year. That's what coaches are always thinking. Getting guys reps. Who you don't see play is Eno Etta.
He was
that's not good.
He was on the injury report for this game.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Okay, this 25 here, Denny. This kid's playing. What's his name now?
25 for Michigan?
Yeah.
Curtis?
Yeah, he played a lot. Anyway, I like this. This is a nice stunt by Wink. Denny, I thought our defense played good enough to win. I mean, you give these guys 21 with all the turnovers, the fake punt, all the field position problems, and you give them 21. I thought this was a good stunt by Wink. 2nd and 4. That's good.
Barham earned his money there. Oh, hands in the face.
Well, that's Pierce putting his hands in the face. I think a lot of their game plan was to find number 12 for Michigan, wherever he was. So I think I don't know if they had him covering their best receiver or what they were doing, but it seemed like a lot of it we kept. Where's 12 for Michigan's defense?
Well, it makes sense. If 2's out there, I'd go 12's way too.
Yeah. Yeah. So Wink is mixing it up. He's rushing 4, rushing 5, but different angle. Here's 6 up, 3rd and 14. What's he doing here? We got 6 guys right near the line of scrimmage. They've got tight end 3 trips up here. He ends up bringing a safety. Is that a safety or a linebacker? I mean, this is the stuff. How many are we bringing though, Danny? We're only bringing 4 guys. People want to yell, "Oh, you're blitzing. You're blitz." Does this count as a blitz? What is the definition of a blitz? 5 or more? I mean, we're showing 6 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 6, 7, all close, and we end up. Look, if we drop all 3 of these guys on this side are dropping, and we're trying to get one of them free. I thought we should have did a better job dropping here, but anyway, I really like those kind of schemes. You're not overcommitting to the pass. You've got guys in coverage. I like this 4th and 1. We're not getting knocked out of there. That's why he can make that play. He can make this play. I mean, they're calling off his name, and he does a good job. I think they screwed up their blocking scheme. They don't block him, but we do a good job right here with these guys right here doing a good job. There's no movement there. We're winning the line of scrimmage, man. We're playing on their side. I mean, he's able to make that play because these guys are doing a good job in there. Who is that right there? right here. Anyway, they're down in there. They're playing technique. That's a great job. Third and 7. Yeah, you know, here's, you know, I don't know. It's just, it makes you sick. You know, how many times you gonna let this happen, man? 2 hands, secure the ball. I mean, the kid's showing his athleticism. He's stepping up in the pocket. This is the stuff you want. This is what we were hoping for. A guy that can throw it, athletic enough to make these first downs on this kind of stuff, but secure the damn football. You know, that's exactly what we were hoping from an athleticism standpoint. But not that. Now you're giving them juice. You're giving them hope. We're back on the field. Sudden change. You know, so this kid, you know, 2 weeks in a row now, this stuff is coached. We coach it, but this kid does a great job. Look at him. Watch this kid over here. Just rip it down, man. That stuff is coached up, and you got to know it. You're carrying the football. I don't know how we're coaching this. You know, you got to look at that mesh point. He's got to see. I think he's still a little banged up. He wants to read. You want to read that mesh point. Okay, you're reading the mesh point. He gives it to him. You got to squeeze. Squeeze, make the play. Come down here and make the play. He gave him the football, and he's hesitant. He's got to read that. Again, here's 25 and 92, Denny. We ain't seen much of these guys. They're in the game. They're getting guys ready. Ike did some decent things, this big fella right here. He doesn't get knocked out of there, I'll tell you that. He does not get knocked off the ball. There's number 12 again. So Wink, what's Wink calling here? What's it down in distance? 3rd and 6. You got 0 and 1. You know, I understand why Wink moves guys around, you know, in different positions. He's got Barham, a linebacker here, playing out here on the edge. He's done a lot of that. And he has his reasons why, because if he's in coverage, now you've got a guy over the tight end. So sometimes people have to understand why you move guys around. I understand why he moves them around. But it's a big play. Good job by keeping contained, getting them to step up. It's good job by him to keep the ball inside the defense, make the quarterback step up. I mean, he's right here. He makes them step up in the pocket. And then that's where all the big ugly dudes are. And then Stewart's right there to make the play. I mean, we're down 6-0, and we ain't done nothing on offense. Turn it over, and you know. I don't understand why this play keeps working, Denny, but I know if I was coaching against Michigan, but we still rip people. We are still ripping people. We run the ball away from when Mullings and Donovan are in the game. We are 100% run to the side where Mullings is. But these guys on defense over here, they don't see it. I don't understand it. We're still having success with it. I think it's a predictable formation, but people aren't defending it. So we do a good job. We block it, and we fumble the football. Denny, I got down here. I'm keeping it real, man. I'd place Hall in there a little bit for this guy right here. That's just me. I'd rotate him in there with this guy. Get him ready, man.
That guy was at the press conference today.
Yeah. Both these backs are gone. Okay. They're both graduating. Okay. So I would start getting Hall ready. And then whoever my 4th guy is, I start getting them reps. I'm not looking at this. He fumbled against this team, and he fumbled at Washington.
USC.
Or USC. In a huge moment there. So I'm just that's just me. If you're going to play these other guys, you're playing Gentry, you're playing this dude, you know, you're playing these guys, getting ready for the future. You know, and Danny, this is just hard. I'm just telling you, you play defense with this, it's hard. It's constant sudden change. You know, Tuttle fumbled it. And here we go again. Now we're back on the field on defense. It's hard. It's real tough. The crowd's going nuts, and you got to go back on the field. So that's just me, man. I'd be working in Hall, and then whoever the hell our fourth. Do you have any idea who our fourth running back is?
Yeah, probably Marshall, Jordan Marshall, but he was hurt. I don't know, Scar, if you do that, what you're suggesting that they do, are you also not sending a message that to guys that you got 4 guys that are all projected to be first round picks? Aren't you sending a message to those guys like, hey, why don't you guys just go ahead and get ready for the draft?
He's not playing very well, man. He fumbles the football, man. You can't fumble the football, Denny. I don't know. I don't understand the guy here. I mean, you got to contain the quarterback, okay? Find the ball.
Yeah, well, the quarterback's fumbling every game. Everybody's fumbling. Everybody's throwing picks. So it's not like, Dono's the only one.
I guess, Denny, I guess you make a good point. You could make the same argument for put that freshman quarterback in there. Again, I think Moore is playing a little banged up. He's, there's the mesh point, and then now he goes inside, and the quarterback goes outside. I don't know how we're coaching that. Just stay outside of it. This guy here, I got him circled. What's he doing? Well, he's got to read that mesh point too. So that's how they change it. They make this guy read the mesh point, the tackle now, but that's just part of the scheme. Anyway, they read it. Their quarterback does a good job. Again, here, these guys getting reps, a lot of reps. Pierce and Ike. Quarterback under center. I've got Hausman circled. I thought Hausman. I mean, this is about as good a coverage as you're going to get. Denny, we're on the goal line. I mean, we're on the 2-yard line. You've got to really, really be thinking run. And and Hausman knows he has him, but he's got to feel run at the same time. And this is really hard to even be in a position, to defend this. And the quarterback makes a great throw, but I'm not. If that's my player, I'm not yelling at him. To be in that position to make him make a perfect throw, the kid from Illinois made a great throw. So
yeah, I'm with you.
Here's 2nd and 2. This is a great drive. We're doing a lot of this. You're seeing a lot of this in college football. Having a receiver come back to be the kick-out guy. You just, because he can get there fast. You try to pull a tackle, they can't get there as fast. We get good down blocks here. I mean, we can't clean this. So you got a receiver out there kicking out. That's a well-designed play. And we get good movement. And I give it to Loveland, man. He is blocking. He is blocking. Is 17 hurt, Klein?
Yeah, he got hurt in this game.
Oh, because he wasn't playing much at all.
Yeah, he got hurt.
All right, here's 2nd and 5. I think they're using Donovan as a decoy a little bit, but this play is executed. Again, we got Loveland in there leading through because, I was always down on him as a blocker, but he's doing a good, he'll block. They got him at the point of attack.
He's a great
2nd and 5. This play is ripped in there, man. It doesn't look, it's not a huge gain, but it's 5 yards. It's a first down. I like it, man. It's blocking, kick out, backs running hard, first down. A lot of people running this play. Saban was talking about this play on ESPN Saturday morning. I listened to him. I like it. For a 1st and 10, this is a QB-friendly drive. Pull the guard, make the linebacker feel it. So this is a false pull, or he's blocking this side of the line of scrimmage. And but this kid is reading this. And they also ask him to come out in coverage, but it's tough because now we're bringing our tight end across, and he's got to try to get there. It's real tough to do for the way Illinois is defending that. But this is quarterback friendly stuff. It was good scheme. We got the linebacker going with the guard. Again, a lot of people are running that play. But that's what coaches do. They copy each other, man. You see something good that somebody did against you, you're going to try to put it in. And I like this, Denny. We're throwing from run formations. This is what we did the last 3 years. You know, you got your double tight end formation. You got all these big dudes. They got 6 guys at the line of scrimmage and 3 dudes here. You know, this is a run formation, 1st and 10. And what do? You know, we're throwing it back away from everything. Nice, just a little tight end release. Pick up 7, 8 yards, 9 yards. Good stuff. Throw from run formations. The offensive line here. What's the down and distance? 2nd and 2. Look at the movement, man. We're getting movement here. Danny, this is, you know, remember that, you know, I told you when I looked at the Washington game, I would always say that, you know, if we win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, if we're moving dudes and they're not moving us, then we should win the game. So it just hasn't played out for us because we are moving these guys. Look at these guys. We're moving guys, man. Easy first down. Slamming them out of there.
Yeah, they look great on this drive. They are mixing it up, pass, run.
Yeah, we were moving them all game, though. Hey, look at all these new guys in here. Here's 80. Is that kid a true freshman? Or he's a sophomore? Is it
80's a true freshman.
71 is in there now. You got 3 tackles in the game. So this formation, 4th and goal, we brought 3 tackles in the game, and he's got 2 tight ends in the game, and Bredesen and Mullings in the game. And this is a great job by Bredesen, man. Great job by Mullings, but our line, it's tough. These guys are submarining down there. They're dive bombing, man. They're taking out ankles. They're not looking at kneecaps, Danny. They're down there at ankles, trying to make a pile. That's how you coach this.
Low man wins.
Yeah, you're just trying to. These guys are just, I mean, scraping their chest against the ground and trying to get underneath to make a pile here. That's what the defense is thinking. And Bredesen leads, just throws his helmet face right into both these linebackers, and Mullings gets he needs that launch pad. You know, he needs a place to launch, and we gave him that. And Mullings and Bredesen takes out the linebackers. So that's a great job by both those guys. You know, this kid, good run pass. What do I mean here? Yeah, this quarterback can run and pass, and it's tough to defend. You got an offense that can run and pass. This quarterback is good. We haven't faced too many stiffs at quarterback. You know, Denny? They're all accurate kids.
Well,
you got to know the stunt, and I think this ends up being a big play. I think that is Kenny there. This is the stuff you got to do against Michigan State. You talk about gap integrity. Okay, you see that right there? So I don't know how I would imagine the way they're I know how I would coach it. Okay, what I would coach, this is a stunt. So what are we doing? We're bringing 5, and the other guy late. So we're bringing 5 guys. Okay. So Kenny is going to slant and nose up this center. See, if I was coaching this thing, I'd have him nose up this guy so he can come off this way or come off this way if the quarterback steps up. But he takes the side to the left, and where's the quarterback go? You know what I mean? See where he's going? This is the stuff we got to do a great job with the Michigan State kid. And it's going to hurt your pass rush with some of the big guys, but if he can come off and make that play. I got a question about our linebacker here. Down in distance is 3rd and 1.
Third and 1.
Oh, okay. Now here's my question. I don't understand why we're going inside here. I don't understand why this guy's going inside. It's 3rd and 1. I mean, if you're going to do that, you better have your linebacker firing here or this guy firing here real fast. I don't understand this. he goes inside. See how he's inside there? The tackle pins him, and now you got no contain. I don't understand that. Just point it out. Page does a great job here.
Yeah, he did.
I think it was Page. It was. Did they say it was it Page that blocked it?
I think so. Let me look at my play sheet if I have it.
Because there's another guy that gets his hand up, but I thought it was Page. Anyway,
I thought so too.
It's that's a big play, special teams. So here we go. I mean, we're down 13-7. Step up, 3rd and 7. That's step up in the pocket. Read this. Feel it. I said this many times, Danny. There's some things that quarterback and linebacker, you just got to have a sense for this. Some things you can't teach. We got so spoiled with JJ. He stepped up in the pocket, And I said this Saturday night, I don't understand. The ball's on the 50-yard line.
Yeah, you didn't like this one.
I don't. This is a head coaching decision. You tell your special team coach, what you want. Do you want to try to return, block, or do you want your defense on the field? Whatever it is you're going to do. But this is because you're not going to get much of a return. And they blocked this thing perfectly. I don't know who's what this guy's responsibility is. He probably should have made the play. Who's reading this thing? But they just block it. It's just simple power play. They block down, and they execute it, man.
You think they just had that look and they were like, "We got it."
This is coaching. They saw. They perhaps were in this formation. Illinois was probably in this formation in previous games, and they saw how Michigan adjusted to this formation. So their special team coach said, look, I think there's something here. And they worked on it. So the deal was, okay, we're going to run this. We get near the 50-yard line because if they stop it, field position is still, they still got to give their defense a chance. That's why they run these things on the 50. That's why you don't mess around here. I'd have my defense. I'd have a real safe defense there. I'm not interested in getting a return on the 50. He's going to put it on the 5-yard line anyway. So anyway, this stuff was scouted. They had a plan based on what they thought how Michigan was going to line up. They out-coached us here. That's coaching. That's scheme. That's scouting.
Dan Campbell likes to run him from his own 20 or 30. Crazy.
Well, he's been successful. In Kansas City, he was successful last year. Remember that?
He ran a couple last year.
I know. I get it, Denny. I understand what his thinking is. I do. Eyes on ball. You gotta. This is why this is kind of tricky because you're looking at the ball and you see it, and as soon as you see the ball move, you're thinking punt return mode. You don't know where it's being snapped. So I kind of understand why these guys are looking to engage and not thinking that I should play run defense here because he doesn't really know where the ball because he's feeling this. He saw the ball move. He doesn't know where it's been snapped because once the ball's moved, you're thinking punt return mode. And, if he could have nosed this kid up instead of taking a side, we might have had a chance, but it's well executed.
Yeah.
3rd and 1, I've got Ike circled. We're running a stunt here, and he doesn't get to his gap. He's got to get to his gap. This is your gap. You got to get there. He doesn't get there. Ike will play good at the point of attack. He's got to do a better job moving on the stunts, slanting. He's got to beat this guy into this gap. He doesn't get there. That's where. And then the linebacker, I don't know what he's reading, but this is what people do to you, Denny. Me and Jerry are always talking about guard keys and false pulls, and what is the linebacker key in? Watch him. Why is he's confused? Well, I don't want to say he's confused, but the offensive scheme. And what the coaches had him reading creates confusion. He steps to his right, and now he's going back to the left. He's seeing this guy or something instead of going fill that hole. You see him?
Yeah, he got faked out.
Well, it's again, you don't want to blame the kid. The coaches have to ask themselves, what did you have him keying? So if he's keying, if he's keying the, this guy, maybe that's what they had him key. And he sees him stepping that way. That's why he's stepping that way. So a part of that is on our defensive coaches. And it's part of, why is that happening? That's what good offenses do, Danny. They put your linebackers in conflict with their keys. You follow me?
Yeah, I follow you. It's a nice
This was a good player. Bielema has brought some good players in. He brought transfers in, but this kid's good. This number 4. It's a big kid. He's a good athlete, man. I mean, do we got a kid as good as that? He's a big athletic kid.
Yeah, their backup quarterback looks better than anything that we've got too. Just one pass.
Well, here's number 80, getting them work. So here's we're down 14, 1st and 10. This is a nice pass by Tuttle. Nice little scheme there. It's kind of like a wheel route. Yeah, it's the same, it's the same concept as a wheel. It's either the back out of the backfield or tight end. He's lined up as a H-back there. And they just wheel him out and they get him confused. But I wonder, that's a good scheme. I wonder if they had Loveland trying to get in the way of that. This is something new. We haven't seen this play yet, Denny. So, give these coaches some credit. It's using the tight end on a counter. Every quarterback, they've got Mullings going away. Everything looks like it's going to the defense's right. We got motion that way. The quarterback looks that way. The defense is seeing all that. They're going this way, but we got guards and we run this play. So these guys are used to blocking like this. The only difference is we got a tight end now getting the ball. So he does a good job reading it. He takes it outside. It wasn't really supposed to go in there. But 68, Preeb is playing good football and Crippen's doing a good job. These guys are blocking in there, man. I just wish they had a little more help. It's a good job by Preeb, not letting that guy fall off to make that play. This is a mistake. Illinois' defense hadn't misaligned very much, but they are totally misaligned here. We will kill this. But this is what you do, Denny. Look at this formation. You got 3 guys over here. Is that guard, tackle? Is that a tight end here? Whatever. 3 guys here, and then 3 guys out here. So they're not lined up right. We got down blocks. We got easy angles. We can kill them in this formation. So they are not lined up right. This is a gift. This is scheme. This is problems. This is what you want to do. We just hammer them in there. And we got a quarterback keep off of that. This is the stuff we got to have. You can't just manhandle guys. You got to fool them too. And I like this. We're running away from. It's the same stuff. It's the same stuff. We're running away from 7 instead of 20. Now it's 44. Right, Danny? Anytime these 2 backs are in the backfield, 7 and 20 or 7 and 44, I guarantee you they're going to run this way. Let's see what the play is. Run that way, but we still get yards, man.
They needed a touchdown in this drive.
Yeah, Donovan bounces it outside. Yeah, this was discouraging, man. We get a good drive. Danny, I talked about it a couple of weeks ago. 3rd and goal. I mean, we're just leaning, man. This guy's leaning. I think these guys are leaning. Yeah. It looks like pass. It looks like pass all day long. I mean, I know it's 3rd and 6. But this play was defended. It was just they had everybody on everybody. And I just think, okay, 3rd and 6, down 14, we could run the ball twice here. Why aren't they even honoring run? They're not honoring run at all. I think we got tells here. Everything's covered. Yeah, I don't always look at this as something we did. I mean, Danny, they got tall guys. They can block kicks. There's not a lot you can do about some of that stuff.
Well, it wasn't a very good snap or hold. So, I mean, I guess you can make a case that it was an all right hold. I don't think Danielson liked the hold, but it wasn't a good snap. I mean, it skipped that back there.
Yeah.
So
This is look what a difference here. Indiana 7-0. This is one guy. One guy makes a difference, Denny. I keep beating up that. I know it, but I just be honest. I admire great leadership when I see a guy take over a BS program and win. Ripping them out of that formation, Denny. Same thing, man. We trap a 5 technique here. I like this. This is kind of a power scheme, but this is I'd like to see trap. We haven't done a lot of trap. Quick hit and trap. Those are good plays, man. That's old school. You don't see a ton of it anymore. You know, where a 5 technique, a 3 technique has to play a trap. Denny, a trap is normally a guard pulling, you know, and we don't block this guy. We're going to trap him. These other guys are blocking out or linebackers, and we just get a nice kick out by Gio. That's easy money, man. And trap, when you can run trap, it has a lot of impact on other plays. What's the down and distance? 1st and 10. I mean, we're starting to get the thing going. You know, I'm looking at this. Roll out, man. Look at this. Feel the pressure, man. You're an athlete. This guy's getting blocked. He's going inside of our tight end. I mean, we got him pinned in. We got him pinned in here. He's got to feel this. We could be outside of this. We could be out here running. And then who knows what can happen. Now we're in. I don't know, man. Good protection here.
yeah, I didn't think they were
These
going
to. These guys weren't getting all over our quarterback. I think our line. I think these guys are playing pretty good football. Good protection, picking up a stunt. Wait for it to develop. We bring the receiver all the way from the backside. Morgan. This is a tough stunt to block. It takes a long time, and it's hard. And we don't block it. It's difficult. Couple plays left. Tight end. 4th and 18. Good job blocking by Mullings. Just hammering that linebacker. Nice throw. Back shoulder. It's possible. He's got to secure the ball, man. I didn't even throw his interception on here. I didn't even want to look at it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, here's 6 up, Denny. 3rd and 13. Again, you know, we're not always bringing 6, but this time of the game, you got to try to do something. We're dropping 2, you know, just to create conflict. Only rushing 4, or are we rushing 5? No, we're bringing 5. We're bringing a safety corner off the edge. So we got 6 up, and we end up bringing him, but we get pressure. Now, you know, Denny, people ask, you know, oh, you know, this guy's who I don't know who's getting the sack, but did he really beat a guy, or is it the scheme? You know what I mean? Did we get the pressure in the sack because of the scheme? Mason Graham has an inside go, but there's a lot of other dudes over there that were part of that, made the quarterback step up because of the scheme. This kid was a good player. Had a hard time blocking him. Percy had a pretty good game. Other than this is not one of his good plays. Danny, I remember running off the field here after the game. It was a madhouse. And I'm seeing this. I'm getting flashbacks. But my brother played in Illinois, and we're talking all week, talking after the game, and he said this. One thing about Illinois, they don't have the greatest players, but they don't beat themselves. You know what I mean? Not a lot of turnovers, not a lot of dumb stuff. They don't beat themselves. So, that's really what you want from your team. If you ain't got the best players, don't turn the ball over, don't miss a line on defense, don't have poor execution on offense. And that, I think Bielema's a good coach, man. He's a good coach. He doesn't have the best players. That guy starts getting players. Look out. And you start winning like that. And we don't want to have to recruit against him in Chicago. But let's get ready for the Spartans, man.
I'm ready. And we'll see you down, Scar. We'll arrange it. You can come on down and ask Sharon those questions next week. You stand right next to me.
Anyway, keep the faith, baby. Go Blue.
There he is, Jim Scarcelli. Go ahead and smash that like button, and we'll talk with you. We'll have coverage all week long here on the Maize and Blue Review, talking about Michigan and Michigan State.